Hello, on today's walk we're in Ennerdale. That's Ennerdale Water behind me. On today's walk we're going to walk around Ennerdale and also going to go up Bowness Knott, which is the little lump behind me. This is in the Western Lake District. It's a winter's day, it's very cold, so I've got gloves and 2 pairs of hats on. Let's go.
We begin at Bleach Green at the northwestern end of Ennerdale Water, one of the Lake District's most remote and least developed valleys. Unlike many of the larger lakes, Ennerdale was never heavily landscaped for tourism, and its western setting gives it a quieter, wilder feel. Setting off along the north shore, the clear winter light sharpens the outlines of the surrounding fells.
The easy shoreline path follows the northern edge of Ennerdale Water, where winter light shifts sharply between shadow and the sun. Stepping out of the cold shade, the lake glows a deep sapphire blue beneath the clear sky, its surface almost glass-like in the winter air. Ahead, Bowness Knott rises boldly above the shoreline, with Great Bourne a real presence behind against the sky.
At 315 metres, the summit of Bowness Knott rises dramatically above the lake shore, formed from hard volcanic rock of the Borrowdale Volcanic Group. The rocky summit offers magnificent views west towards the coastal plain and east along the length of Ennerdale Valley, encircled by higher fells. There's no easy path across the muddy and rocky top, so navigate with care.
Back by the lake, the wide track passes Bowness Plantation and into the heart of Wild Ennerdale, a vast land restoration project. This 20-year partnership between the Forestry Commission, National Trust and United Utilities marks a shift from commercial forestry towards natural land management. Previous plantations dominated by conifers grown for timber production, such as Sitka spruce, are now being cleared. Species such as oak, birch, rowan and alder are returning, creating new habitats for birds, mammals and invertebrates, while some small areas of commercial forestry are retained.
Turn right at the sign marking the alternative routes of the Coast to Coast walk, which pass Ennerdale Water via the track we followed or the path ahead along the southern shore. Crossing the River Liza at Char Dub, the water runs clear and cold over a stony bed, a typical upland beck draining volcanic rock. Low nutrient levels, fast flow and high water quality support invertebrates such as mayfly and stonefly larvae, and fish including brown trout.
I've reached the end of the lake and the ground is frozen and it's going to be a very cold walk back because there's no sunlight on this side of the lake, whereas the previous side obviously plenty of sun. So the ground's slightly crunchy and we're going to get a little bit cold. Anyway, let's head back. Beyond the bridge, the path narrows and grows rougher as we trace the shoreline beneath the side, with stark winter light sharpening every contour. With the trees bare, there's little shelter from the cold and frost lingers in the shaded ground. The rocky path underfoot demands care, a marked contrast to the easy track on the north shore. Between the dark branches, Ennerdale Water stretches out alongside, a classic glacial trough.
The path traverses the rocky ribs of Anglers Crag, where the path steepens into a rugged shoreline scramble and hands are needed to steady yourself on the rocks. Like Bowness Knott opposite, it's built from hard Borrowdale volcanic rock that resists erosion. Once up, the full sweep of Ennerdale Water stretches out below from this cracking vantage point.
Back at the Weir, the story of Ennerdale Water comes into focus. A number of reservoirs were built across the Lake District from the 19th century, providing drinking and industrial water to the growing towns of the northwest. The original Weir dates to 1902, built to regulate the water for public supply. More recently, major investment by United Utilities in the West Cumbrian water network has allowed abstraction from the lake to cease, protecting the sensitive ecology of the watercourses. From here, the River Ehen starts its winding journey to the sea at Sellafield, and our Ennerdale circuit comes to an end.